Let's talk here about interesting story around today, suggesting that, of course, unemployment, which is pretty low at the moment, got a 3 in front of it. Both sides of politics have always celebrated that. But there has been an increase in the number of people that are on the dole. Before we get into the rights and wrongs, Holly, how does that work?
It's interesting, isn't it? But I think one of the problems when you look at what's happening in workplaces, and particularly small businesses, the IR reforms that have gone through have made it more and more difficult and more uncertain for small businesses wanting to employ casuals. So those sorts of work arrangements and flexibility are becoming harder and more insecure. And so therefore, small businesses are less likely to employ people, even though a lot of them are still crying out for staff. I think what was interesting in some of the data, though, was the number of people that have been on welfare now in excess of 5 years or in excess of 10 years. And it shows that any of the programs that have been put forward to try and break long-term welfare dependency aren't working. And that's where, if we've got nearly 800,000 or over 800,000 people in excess of 5 years on welfare and this many jobs that are still available, well, we've got a bit of a problem.
Yeah, this is my thing, Sam, where again, I understand how disability, I understand how neurodiversity, all of the different things that mean not all job applicants are the same and not all welfare recipients are the same. However, I do have a view that I'm fine to increase the dole, but you're only allowed to be on it for X amount of time because it is a bridge between one job to another. But as somebody who, again, works and sees plenty of people who presumably are applying for all the jobs, all the rest of it here, how do we end up in this scenario where you could be without a job for 5 years or even 10 years? Now, I get it, there are some bludgers, but there are plenty of not bludgers too.
Sure.
So how does this work where we import people all the time, but we've got people who are saying they want to work?
So a big problem between that discrepancy between the unemployment rate and the numbers is the unemployment rate as a figure is pretty hopeless,
Yes.
right? So if you work 1 hour a week, and this has been the case for ever and a day,
Yes.
right? If you work 1 hour a week, so you're still well and truly eligible for the dole or any other benefits you're on, but 1 hour a week, you are not counted in those numbers.
Yeah, the underemployment rate is huge.
Right,
too.
huge.
Way
huge.
higher than the...
And so that's what's happening. So the single
okay.
biggest group that we see from a Vinnie's perspective are people that have, literally 2 jobs. They might work Monday, Tuesday at one place, Thursday, Friday another place. They're happy to work Friday and Saturday at somewhere else, but they just can't get, picked up or they can't get the hours. That's the big thing.